Hey guys, 1 second, just getting my mic, putting it in a different spot here. Mr. Bob says party time. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the live stream where we first review the watch list, then we trade the market open every day. Hey, hope everyone had a good, relaxing morning, ready to go, had a healthy breakfast, had a coffee. Today is Tuesday. It's the 12th of May, and it's 9:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we got another 14 minutes till the market opens at 9:30. We wrap up trading and the stream around 10:45. Check out the video description below for some FAQs, and let's dive into it. Everything is looking good. Make sure I'm not having any sort of stream issues or anything. Microphone setup. Okay, here we go. Yeah, everything is looking good. Carl, still holding UAVS. Could be. It's an interesting. Always got to know why you're holding. All right, so let's talk about our lead gappers on the day. MARK, which you guys probably remember from yesterday. Actually, it's a little bit unfortunate because if we scroll back here, or if you check out the 5-minute chart, what do you see? You see a little bit of an entry and exit. This is a trade we did yesterday during the live stream. You guys, most of you guys, if you were here yesterday, probably remember it. This one popped up on our scanner a little bit late, because it was not really doing too much. Oh, actually, let me make some room here. I just remembered. Here you guys can see my lead gappers now. So popped up on our scanner a little late. We had a little red to green move. Nice, 1 minute pullback here. This is actually kind of an aggressive pullback. And then a super nice rip, 11%. I was looking for the second pullback right here. Entered on the pullback, and then I was waiting for a continuation. We never got it. So I got out of this trade. This actually ended up being a really, really nice ABCD pattern. Broke out a little bit slower, but trended up the rest of the day. Obviously, I wrap up trading by 11 o'clock, but a little bit unfortunate because this one totally got away. So we were kind of right, right idea, but the timing was a little bit off on this one. So today it's the lead gapper on the day, and actually, I'm thinking that. I'm going to open my files here because I think what would be nice is if we just brought up our checklist as a good little recap on what we're typically looking for. I think that would probably be good for everyone. Kind of slows down things as well. I added it to the recap video of yesterday, so you guys probably remember this checklist. But let's go ahead and talk about what we're looking for here. This is going to be extra good for anyone that's totally new. We're looking for tradable stocks that are small cap, so under $500 million, ideally with a float of 50. So let's go through this checklist with MARK, see how it fits. Going back here. So MARK, is it gapping up over, or actually let's start with the float. The shares outstanding is about 57 million. And let's see, since TD Ameritrade does not show the float, let's quickly look at Finviz, see if we could look up the float. The float is 40 million. Nice. So the float isn't in the ideal 10 million range, but it is in, the south of $50 million range. That's pretty nice. I'm not really sure if there's a catalyst. I think this is kind of the third or fourth big green day on MARK, and it's just kind of an extended mover. Let's see here. I think it was what was the catalyst yesterday? I kind of totally forgot. Shares community emails appearing to show as confirmed partnership. Remark. Yeah, this one actually, yeah, that's why, because this one yesterday did not have any specific news, and that's what made me so worried about it. So this is all pretty old stuff here. It's kind of just probably a lot of short squeezes going on. So there's no catalyst. Want to be very careful with that one. So the fact that it doesn't really have a catalyst is really worrisome. It does have strong spike history. So we have several times where we have nice little moves higher here, but they don't always hold their highs. Here's a good little one where we have 1, 2, 3 big green days in a row. But the gap history on this one isn't super strong, but it is a former runner, and I think it's going to be on a lot of day traders' radars. The problem I have with this one is the fact that every time that has a nice big run to the upside, by the third or fourth day, it totally gives back all the profits. And here we had a 2-day spike, and then it gave back profits. I wouldn't be surprised if there was direct public offering or something like that. On the nice part though, we are above the 180-day moving average, so that's looking pretty good. We do have some big support between 1.8 and about $2. So again, I'm going to actually map out some more resistance zones here, see how far we move up. We have definitely some resistance at about $3 I want to kind of pay attention to here. Yeah, Heike, I'm going to post your short actually in the Instagram of Trade Journal. I was going to do that this morning, but I just had no time. So I'll be doing that probably after the stream. But yes, man, nice work on the short. Pre-market MARK, it's around 30%. It's holding its highs well. It's trading above VWAP. Everything we like to see. Honestly though, with MARK, it's just, in my book, a little bit overextended. So I would be very, very cautious with this one. I think out of the gate, we might see a little bit of a gap and go, and not necessarily a red to green move, but I probably would not trade MARK unless it was maybe a red to green move. I just find a lot of risk in this one. And I think when it does pull back, it might pull back very, very hard. So does it have room to run? I would definitely argue yes. We have next resistance zone at about $3. I'll be looking at the $3 zone. Fast rate of change for sure. We have some really nice movements here, 17% in just a few minutes. This one has been fast rate of change, and ideally between $2 and $7, which it is now, although it was at 25 cents not too many weeks ago. So this one definitely, in my eyes, is totally overextended, and when it does crash, it will crash pretty hard. So I'm a little bit cautious on that one. We do probably have some nice upwards potential, but I'm a little bit weary overall on MARK. Especially the fact that there's really no catalyst, which means, once the short stops squeezing, you want to think about it. Oh yeah, TI, if you want to check all the social accounts on Trade Journal, it's in the footer as well. But yeah, Trade Journal, it's tradejournal.co. Or not, there's no dot actually. I'm wrong as well. Yeah, I'll just post the link. So if you guys want shout outs, don't forget to post your trades on Trade Journal, and then make sure you update your social accounts as well, so I know who to link them to. Let's keep going on through the scanners here. I want to talk about CBAY, but I'll just kind of go through the list while we're on our way to CBAY. We have MVIS. I probably won't be looking at as it's really close to $1, former runner, so we're on the backside of the move here. It could have some potential if we break above 1.1 and then 1.2, but to me, I just see more risk on this one than anything, so I probably won't be trading it. Big amount of shares outstanding as well. CBAY, I think this is really one that gets a little bit interesting. The thing is, if you guys remember here, pre-market, we want to be checking a few things, and specifically right here, not over traded pre-market, and this thing is definitely traded heavy pre-market. So anytime I see something traded extremely heavy pre-market, I'm usually a little bit more cautious, and I wait for a little bit more of a red to green move or some sort of pullback first. But I probably won't be getting too aggressive on a classic gap and go. Let's quickly see here what's going on. I think we pulled all the way to 5.3. This has been quite the run. So 5.3, we had the beginning of kind of a gap down. So we are all the way back here to 5.3, filled the gap totally, and now we're pulling back to what, 4.5 or something like that. So we're kind of in this area. Definitely some big support around the whole $3, and again at 4.5. This is going to be a tricky one to trade for sure. It's up 200% pre-market. This is absolutely insane. They had a price target upgrade from one analytic firm. Lands funding for coronavirus vaccine. The price targets are always they typically perform quite well. Let me quickly see here. CBAY. Got another 3 minutes till the market opens. Float is at 64 million. All right. Let's quickly go through some of the other ones, and then I'm going to be focusing on the lead gapper, which I think is CBAY. MARK out of the gate should be quite interesting as well. Let's keep going here. We have NNVC. What I didn't like about this one is that it's a bit on the backside of the move as well. We've had a pretty crazy run on NNVC, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be looking at it. It's kind of consolidating in this $10 area. If we break out from the $10 area, maybe I'll go ahead and look at it a little bit more. But oftentimes I see stocks like this kind of consolidating near former breakout levels, and then they just start pulling back at one point. So I probably won't be giving it too much attention. CHAP, sub-dollar, we typically don't trade those. GMDA, you guys probably know I'm not going to pay too much attention on this one. Let's see if you guys can guess it, but I'll give it like a few seconds here. But basically, if I go from here and check out the high, it's about 30% pulling back already. And I typically don't trade anything that's trending under VWAP and pulling back over 25% from the pre-market high. So that's why GMDA is most likely not going to be a trade for us. BW, shares outstanding under 50 million, kind of interesting here, between not really 2 and 7, but getting close to that area. Could run up all the way to 3. We have interesting zones here. Again, another zone at about 2.3. Want to keep an eye out for that. This one could have some pretty decent upward potential. 1.3 clear support and resistance on the daily. Let's see how this one opens up. I'm going to put an alert here if it breaks over $2. I'm definitely gonna be watching the gap scanner, seeing what is, has some nice momentum, and then kind of focusing on the lead gappers. 3.3, big support here on this one. This could be a really nice trade. ACER. Especially at a pullback. Got another minute till the market opens. Just going through some of the other ones, and then I'm going to be, all these are getting close to sub-dollar, so I typically don't trade those. So out of the gates, like I said, CBAY, it's going to be probably the most interesting pick, so I'll keep an eye on for this one. Shares float 64 million. All right, guys, we got another 20 seconds. Good luck, everyone. Calm and collected. CBAY. See if the 4.5 holds. Check out the daily chart. It's way, way, way up there. This could hold. So far, pulling back 4 or 5%. Bit more support between 20 and 30 cents. So far, pretty expected red open, I would say, on CBAY. Wow, that was really, really strong. Not a 9% move. CBAY, MARK, and NNVC are our top lead gappers so far. Pretty strong little bounce here, 5%. I'd probably be buying CBAY with our average position size, which is about a third of my daily trade allocation, so about $1,000 based on this small account at the moment. So I'm looking probably between 200 and 250 shares. Could see another pullback here. If I was long, I would not want 416 to be cracking. I'd be very careful with this zone. CBAY already has $50 million volume on the day. That's really, really nice. Let's go check out MARK, see how this one opened. Actually opened green, classic gap and go, pulling higher here. Had about a 1 minute pullback, 11% move so far, really, really nice. 2.39 was roughly the open range breakout area. HSDT could be an interesting pick as well. Kind of crawled up a little bit late, sub dollar though, big resistance at 0.9, making me a little bit less enticed to want to trade it. INPX kind of back from the grave a little bit here. Probably won't be trading this one as well. A lot of back holders, but really, really nice quick movements on it, which I always tended to like on INPX. Doesn't look too good on CBAY, but it is kind of holding the low at 4.2. This could be a reversal spot. I would probably rather go long on CBAY if we broke maybe even $4. That would be kind of a nice spot. Here we go. If we broke $4 and then the sell-off kind of slowed down. Not a lot of buying yet. NVAX, I see you calling it out. CBAY could be getting ready for that red to green move. Here we go. Can we break past 4.4? That's what I would have been waiting for. MVAX is not really a small cap, and it's out of our price range, so I probably won't be trading it. But yeah, pretty nice move on it so far, $20 to $24. That's also why it's not popping up on our scanner. 56 million float, not too bad at all. CBAY could be breaking the 4.4 right here. Nope, rejected. This could be a second pullback. Let's keep an eye out for it. So far, no trades for me yet today. ACER pulled back. MARK took over with the dollar volume. So MARK is right now our lead gapper. $422 might get chipped away here. This is kind of what I've been waiting for. $418, yep. This could keep pulling back. $415. This is what I was a little bit nervous about on this one. MARK, really outperforming 2.5. Really nice spot. CBAY, we could be getting a potential entry here if we break $4. Dipped all the way to 403. Could see a bit of a bounce here in this area. It was about an 8% pullback. Bounce is weak so far. Here we go. Pulling back even further past 4 potentially. Would be nice to see a bit of a washout here for a decent entry. Otherwise, I probably won't be trading this one. Could be bouncing already. MARK 2.6. This could be the bounce on CBAY, which means I probably would be missing it, which happens. 402 was the low. Yeah, this could be the beginning of that bounce. 413. Yep. So far, no trades for me. Just kind of waiting here. Was waiting for an ideal red to green move. We probably could have got aggressive on that first 1 minute big pullback here. We would have had it been pretty tight on taking profits on it. Looks like it's having its second bounce here. I'm going to go ahead and put an alert if we do break 4. Otherwise, I'm not sure if I'm going to be trading this. Put it back to 403, which was the low. Nice, nice, nice. MARK is having actually had a 1 minute pullback and then had a breakout there. So focusing on MARK actually probably would have been a little bit better. I'm not totally sure if I'd want to be getting long on the second pullback here on such an overextended stock. Would make me a little bit nervous. Look at that long-term chart. Absolutely crazy. Who knows? We might see a hit of 3. I wouldn't be surprised. This is very, very similar to the trade we took on MARK yesterday. Very, very similar. Was looking for that second pullback entry and we just didn't get it. So maybe we'll have another ABCD pattern or something like that. Super, super similar to yesterday. CBAY at 4.2. Whew. That was the exact move I was worried about with MARK. And then VC actually broke 10.3. Big volume on it as well. Has COVID-19 news. And then VC could be seeing a bit of a pullback here. With MARK, I'm going to wait for a little bit longer setup. Looking for an entry on NNVC if we break 10. We had a pretty nice flat top breakout at 992. Try to get an entry here on that bounce. Didn't get it. Let's see if we have one more pullback. That's exactly the entry I was looking for, actually. Going back. First entry, NNVC here. We had a nice red to green move, had a pullback, looking for a continuation here. "14 minutes now since the market opened. Let's see if we could break back above 1012. So far, not really seeing it. Gonna give it one more attempt here. Not closing out, not working. Getting a little choppy here in this area at 9. This looks like it's still pulling back. I want to be a little bit careful here. Could be seeing a bounce. Past my stop loss just a little bit, so I want to be getting out of this trade. All right, we got out of the first position, just looking to get out on the second one. So that first bounce was a little bit weaker than expected, a little bit unfortunate there. Got out already on the 52, looking to get out on this bounce here. For the rest of the position, small kind of 3% loss, a little bit unfortunate. I was liking that NNVC was crawling higher, but it just, it didn't hold its highs. And we've been getting, in the last 3 days, a lot of stocks that just have not been having that nice follow through. So that's why I've been a little bit quicker with closing those positions. I don't want to hang around too long. CBAY pulling back again here. NNVC at 9.7. Yeah, I was a bit fortunate that I had to take that, close at the 50 cents. I tried to get out ahead of time, but I hesitated a little bit too long, and then I couldn't get the exit I wanted. Now it's at 9.3, so good thing we got out on that one. Still waiting for CBAY to have a bit more of a pullback here. This thing's really selling off, so I'm a little bit thinking that CBAY might keep selling off unless it has, some sort of very, very clear rounded bottom or something like that. Yeah, so NNVC did not hold its highs. I'm oftentimes very weary about these kind of setups. Like I said, pre-market. So luckily we were able to take, a small loss on it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get out a little bit earlier in this area, and that's actually where I try to get out. So that was a little bit annoying there. And what I really should have done was probably close my position at about $10 when we did not break right away back above $10, $10.12, because that's really what I was a bit cautious about. So this could be a little bounce in this area. This might be kind of interesting, but I don't like getting right back into a stock right after I made a little bit of mistake, even if it's a green trade. And for some reason, NNVC is not showing my trade. Sometimes they take a little bit longer to pop up. MARK pulled back as well, very aggressively here, this pullback. I think I'm going to be hunting for maybe a new lead gapper. MARK, this one was a little tricky to trade yesterday. So let's see what happens here. So it was a good thing that my first trade was a little bit smaller position size. It gives me a little bit, I don't really have to dig myself out of any large hole. 3% loss is totally fine. CBAY I still is one of the ones I'm most interested in still, that 200% morning gap. These oftentimes have to consolidate a little bit more, have to sell off a little bit more. $8 price target upgrade and a, what was that, 64 million float? Let's see if we can squeeze out of this one. MVIS, I don't like these stocks on the backside of the move, so I probably won't be focusing too much on that one. INPX, similar situation, a little choppy open here, also on the backside of a very big move. GMD, GMDA. So this one was selling off. This is what we talked about pre-market, past 30%. Had a bit of a bounce here, 15%, but was not able to hold above VWAP. Wouldn't be surprised if this kept selling off. GPMT. Had a red to green move. Nice explosive reversal, but didn't really do too much from there. So that was, let's see what this one ends up doing. Put an alert here if we break higher. Otherwise, I probably won't be watching it too much. A lot of the sub dollars are moving a little bit more actually today, so I might give them a little bit of attention. Nice red to green move on CHAP, just not very thickly traded. Resistance at about $1. Could keep pulling back. It's going to be interesting to watch this one have a potential reversal here. WTFF, Victoria Gold Corp. Sometimes you see some really nice curls on these. This one I believe even got halted. No, did not get halted today. Doesn't have any catalyst. Could be just a bit of a short squeeze. Want to watch out with those. $7. Some big support and resistance in this area. This could be a nice little curl right here. Would not be surprised. Typically, I would want to be getting into this one, but this one really doesn't have that much volume, so I'm not really super interested in it. Yeah, another day where it's not that hot, so I'm going to take it extra careful, and if I see a good setup, then I'm going to get aggressive. But for now, I'm just going to keep waiting. I think there's probably going to be a good chance that maybe around 10:15 or a little bit later, we have maybe some consolidation and that we're starting to break back out of. Otherwise, I'm not really sure on any of the current entries when I'm looking. I'm not really liking what I'm seeing in a nutshell. Satoshi says SPY dropping, be careful. Yeah, markets are fairly neutral, bit of mixed, mostly red. MARK having a bit of a bounce. Nice little 8% bounce there, not too bad at all. Pulled back to the morning open and then had a bounce, pretty solid there. This could have been a bit of a short entry right around here. When we had this breakdown from VWAP and we pulled back to VWAP, this is a big bear sign. And this is a bit of a confirmation of a downwards trend. So I'd be a little bit careful with this one, MARK out of the gates. CBAY trying to break higher here. This could be a bit of a reversal on this one. Not really seeing anything too hot. I do think CBAY could still be a good pick. I just need to think it needs to consolidate a little bit more, maybe find in where that bottom's going to be. Right now, it's not looking super interesting. Not a bad pullback though here, 3% of a bounce. I was getting all excited already. GMDA being called out. Do you like it because it's finding some support at 6.5, or what are you thinking on this one? So far, I see this one pulling back and just having a lot of selling interest kind of piling up here. I think traders are going to be looking for something because, like me, I'm not totally sure what I want to be trading. I'm not seeing any like really nice setups, so I'm just kind of waiting. So if I do see something pop up, I'd probably get aggressive fairly quickly. Otherwise, I don't really see a reason to get aggressive on anything at the moment. MARK buying that first pullback probably would have been the best setup I've seen today. Right here, this was a 12% move. So I think that was probably the best setup I've seen. I did not want to buy MARK on this second pullback because yesterday it was just maybe the third big green day in a row. And it still was selling off very aggressively. So I had a feeling that today it would very, very much be the same, but just exaggerated a little bit. A bunch of eager beavers on MARK, I think. Triple bottom CBAY back at 4.2. I think you might be right. $9.58. This one could try to break VWAP. Bit more buying volume coming in on this one. Triple bottoms can be quite nice, yes. As long as it holds the high and starts making a trend from the upside, it's usually really, really nice. Actually, my AMC swing trade was a triple bottom on the daily chart. So I really do like them for reversals. Mark is pulling back again here. Whew! Look at that. This is kind of what we've been waiting for. CBAY could be loading up more and more buyers here. I'm surprised it went right back to 2.26, to be honest. That thing just popped right back up. This could just be the beginning of the end on MARK. CBAY starting to build up a little bit more momentum. I think I just stuttered on that word, momentum. I think building up a small position, Corey, actually would not probably be the worst idea. I'd probably even look into that myself. We could be having a nicer or just kind of an extended red to green move, kind of what I was looking for out of the gate, but to kind of happen in a few candles could be happening now. To me, I still find this one the most interesting, especially for the fact that it's the first day, first green day. Those tend to perform quite nicely. Here we go, building up a little bit more momentum again. 240 getting chipped away. 424. Here we go. 430 getting chipped away. See if we can buy this breakout here. Looking for a move back above VWAP. Try to buy the breakout on it. Unfortunately, I'd cut my losses on this one, 17% loss. $17 loss, not a big one. Man, we're just not getting the follow through I've been waiting for. So a little bit annoying here. I still think this one could be a break. This could just be a 1 minute pullback. I got maybe a little bit too aggressive trying to buy the 4.3 breakout. So yeah, I don't know. It's just these last 3 days, I'm it's a little bit frustrating, but whatever. That's just how it goes sometimes. And I probably should have been a little bit more calculated, knowing the fact that we just aren't getting the follow through that we're seeing. So still waiting for CBAY to have its reversal. So I had to get out quick here. I got out on the 22. I didn't like that we had a pullback. Either breakout or get out. Here we go. The sell-off wasn't too strong, so this could break higher. I'm not saying it's not going to break out. I just don't want to stick around when my original trading thesis is no longer true, because that's how you get stuck in some big losers. Higher lows are beautiful. Yep, Corey, that's super true, super true. Everything's looking good for this one. I still think it's going to potentially break out. I was buying the breakout and it did not work at that time. So let's see. Maybe I'm going to have to do a re-entry here. This could be the break right now. Here we go. Unfortunately, it would only be, max. It's not the biggest position size on this one, unfortunately, and I'm having a little bit of hard time kind of dealing with that one. Is the rate of change on this isn't that great, so I'm probably not going to buy this breakout. Hope some of you guys get it if it works out. So far, a little bit of a red day for me. Only got one trade left today. It's a bit unfortunate, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Here we go. That was the breakout I was waiting for. 430 building up momentum now. Got some big buyers coming through here. 433. Yup. I should have held a little bit longer. This was exactly what I was waiting for. Really nice move there. 3% breakout. I hope some of you guys are on board with that. I think Corey probably is. Could be sweet. This could be a secondary entry opportunity. 429. Again, I'm not going to be taking it. I got one trade left, and I'm going to be waiting for another setup. Just going to give a little bit more time here. I don't want to, FOMO myself into another trade right out of the gates. Although, if I had unlimited trades, I probably would have been buying that pullback just now. So hopefully some of you guys got that, and hopefully it breaks past 4.4 here. Can we see a break past 4.4? That's what I'm hoping for. 437 VWAP breakout. Big volume kind of finally coming in on here. This is looking pretty good. Looking really nice here. 4.4, I think it's going to get chipped away. Yes, come on, let's see it. 440. Think it's going to do it. There it is. There's the break. Big volume coming in as well. So again, right move, wrong timing. And that's like been the theme for the last 3 days for me. Is there a lesson to take away from that? It's tough because next trade, if I'm like, last time was right setup, wrong timing, and I decide to hold a little bit longer, all of a sudden I could be taking a big loss. So it's tough, it's a little bit tough. What I could have done was buy maybe one of the pullbacks here instead of buying the breakouts. And what I could have done as well is wait for this confirmation, this breakout here. This was a 6% move, so that would have been pretty nice. Yeah, Boyd Claus says, check out the time, Alex. Remember 10 a.m. So I often say between 9:55 and like 10:05. It's not my favorite time to enter a trade, but that was just basically near the end of that. And you can kind of see right here at 10:05, boom, we start having that breakout. So this is quite nice move here. Let's see if we have a VWAP pullback here on CBAY. I think this one could be quite a promising VWAP pullback. I've been having really bad luck with my VWAP pullbacks lately. But at the same time, this one is a lead gapper candidate, big volume, first green day. So there's a lot more going for CBAY than, what was our last one with VWAP pullback that was just absolutely unfun? Can't remember. Not too much selling volume. I like how this is holding here. $4.5, some big time resistance there. Whew, the pullbacks on some of these are just absolutely wicked, huh? That's what I was worried about. Didn't want to get stuck in one of those. 7%, 8% pullback here. Could even see a secondary pullback. Nice, Corey. That is what I like to hear. Solid taking profits on that one. Nice trade, man. I'll see you tomorrow. CBAY could be pulling back a second time here. A little nervous. This one could be getting halted. 412. Nice, Andre. Really, really nice. Out at 4.5. That is a beautiful exit, man. I think CBAY could be having a bit of a reversal now. That was a very, very strong pullback it had. It almost feels like some news came out about it. That was such a strong pullback. So I was looking through the actually, yeah, here we go. 51 downgrades for May 1st. Benzinga's downgrade. So it looks like Benzinga downgraded it. Yeah, we've been having the last few days some really, really nasty fake out breakouts. And I've been getting stuck in a lot of those. So the last 3 days have been red for me, including today, if I end today red. I might still make today green, but at the moment, luckily I have been reducing the losses. So the losses haven't been too bad, but just buying the breakouts and then just not having the follow through. That's kind of been the general theme here. So we had a nice pullback here. I was really thinking about buying it. I thought we were going to see a bit bigger of a red candle here. Didn't really happen, so that would have been actually quite a nice little dip buy. ASTC from a few weeks ago. I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, quite a nice move here. $4 is a heavy resistance zone. I'd watch out with that. Probably quite a bit of back holders on it as well from these last 2-3 spikes it had. MARK is trying to find its place. 14% bounce off that low. That would have been a tough one to trade though. Almost looks like CBAY wants to pull back again. So this is what I've been saying. This was the VWAP right here. This was the VWAP pullback. And remember I said I have not been having a lot of luck with the VWAP pullbacks. This is what I'm talking about. Just moves. Yeah, what was yesterday's? I think yesterday's was APOP. We had this almost the exact same situation. Broke above VWAP. A lot of times, you'll see the stocks come back to VWAP, hold the highs, and then just keep on moving up there and seeing all-time highs. But with APOP, CBAY, at least so far, it's just been, rejections, which haven't been too nice. Nice swing, Robert. (10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time). Still checking the scanners, checking if anything else is popping up, something that's moving in the right direction. CBAY kind of looks like it wants to pull back again here. I'm going to put this one on our scanner, see if we break 4. NNVC. A little bit disappointing in the overall small cap world. Here we go. This one, NNVC, tried to break VWAP, did not hold. Had a bit of a rounded bottom here. My trade should be popping up, but it's not. There's also, you have to remember with day trading small caps, not every day is going to be technically a good day to trade small caps. So sometimes if you're like me and you're, you're online every day just to get kind of constantly stay in the flow, it's good to recognize the days that aren't that hot. And maybe just, avoid trading the breakouts or only trade the first pullbacks or look for, the red to green moves. And then, try to trade the dips, kind of switch from being kind of an aggressive offensive trader to more of a defensive conservative trader with the pullbacks. Here's MARK, surprisingly breaking back above VWAP, had a bit of a bull flag right under it, looking kind of healthy. This is going to be interesting. I mean, MARK does have the most dollar volume in the small cap world, so maybe this one is going to pick up a little bit. I just really don't like how overextended I feel like it is, from 25 cents now to basically $2.5. That's a huge 10 times growth in just a few trading weeks. Then again, I still feel like maybe we'll see $3 or $3.16 or something like that out of MARK. BW has been creeping up all day. There it is, $3 million volume. Yes, it has. It has been creeping up quite nicely. Very lightly traded. A lot of gap downs on this one. Would be interesting to see if it could break that 2.35, $4, 2.5 area and see if it can run to 3 as well. One AP Pro missed for first 45 minutes of trading because the rats chewed his internet lines. Ay. That's horrible. It's kind of funny, but it's horrible. That would freak me out. Where did they chew him? Like, how deep in the walls? Was it like, or was it outside the walls? Sounds miserable. MARK still pulling here. Broke VWAP, had a 1 minute pullback. So this VWAP breakout, I gotta say, it looks much nicer. But again, I don't really want to be trading this one unless we maybe see, we're definitely seeing a little bit more volume here. A lot of selling volume though on this pullback, making me a little bit shaky on it. This could see another retest here maybe at VWAP, and if this really holds, this one could start running again. I don't think I would want to be trading it. Heiko's asking the important questions. Chicho made 40% on NI and E. Yeah, oil has just been absolutely exploding, huh? The bottom bounce off of it was quite strong. Decent volume today, I gotta say, on NINE. I think this one's even. Yeah, this is on our watch list as well. A little bit on the backside of the move, but really nicely consolidation here, trending above the 15-minute EMA. Could be a nice buy near $2 again, but right now it's definitely on the backside. Also, just keep in mind that the fact that this thing doesn't have that much volume, the spread's fairly big as well. Did it get halted today? I think it was getting halted. No. Nope, no halts. Earnings winner though as well. Very good. Office. What AP Pro? You might get. You might have to send Heiko in. He'll go there with his little air rifle or something. That'd be good fun to watch. I'm generally curious to see how MARK plays out. So we had that second pullback that I was talking about would make me somewhat interested to enter continuation, but overall I think MARK I'm just gonna not touch. I think there's a lot of risk on this one, especially trading breakouts. I would probably maybe consider trading this one on a giant pullback, but let's say you're looking for a continuation move here, you're up 3%, it's doing it, all of a sudden big resistance comes in and then you're down in one of these big candles, 12% or something like that. That's not really something that I want to be part of. Not saying there's not upside potential. I just find a lot of risk on MARK where it currently is on the daily and intraday. Whew. Wow, I'm yawning like a crazy person today. I think I got some coffee left over here. I'm just a little nervous to drink it because I might poop my pants. NINE pulling back. Nice. Happy to hear, Chicho. Makes my red day not as bad. CBAY pulling back, and same with NINE. How come I feel like all my viewers are having green days and I'm over here just getting 3 consecutive red days? Oh well, it is what it is. No, I did not enter any trade. I've made 2 trades today, but oh my lord. No. Sorry if I'm making you guys yawn. I don't know what's coming over me. I didn't trade NVIV. Did I? No. I traded NNVC and CBAY. Both were red trades. Luckily, neither was over 3% loss. So there's nothing wrong with a loser. It's my winning percentage is about 63%, and it's totally fine. Having a couple losers a day, as long as you don't have any big losers. It's all about managing your risk. Unfortunately, sometimes, when you have a few losers in a row, even though that's totally statistically fine, it kind of puts you down a little bit. And right now, I'm just like, annoying way to start the day. Selena, I'm sorry. I don't know where they came from. They just came like a giant wave. Maybe I'll just... I'll walk out of the screen every time I do it. I mean, calls for MARK 2.5. Interesting point, Larry. I don't trade options though. Man, I think CBAY at one point today could be an interesting play. I just don't know when. Unfortunately, we kind of called one of the good setups, and I just kind of blew it a little bit by getting shaken out. I kind of felt like that was going to happen if I bought the breakout. It's kind of ridiculous that like I felt it and it happened. Let's see here, CBAY, we definitely have a lot of resistance at $6 and obviously 4.5 where we're just absolutely stuck at. If we break this area, we have a nice little gap fill. We can do it 5.2, and I really do think we might run up to $6 if we start breaking higher. And if we break 6, I mean, who knows? Who knows how far this thing can go? A bit of a pivot area here at $12 as well. I don't really see us running to $12, but just kind of putting that on the radar a little bit. $11 as well, kind of interesting, and definitely 10. So it looks like the whole dollar areas seem to be quite important on this one. Bitcoin's up a little bit today, 1.6%, getting close back to 9,000. It's been quite volatile in this last week. CBAY is trying to break VWAP here. Just check out the volume on CBAY. It's very dried out, which again would make me a little bit weary on these potential breakout moves. I still have one possible trade to make today. So getting long here again at 425 when we had this breakout and then we had a pullback would have been probably a good idea. But it's always annoying closing out a trade and then re-entering it right away again. If I had unlimited trades, I probably would do that more often because there's, technically there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing, that's actually not a bad thing. It's kind of a good thing. It means, if it didn't go your way, you got out. If all of a sudden it didn't pull back like you thought, and you think, okay, it looks like the breakout actually will happen, then you enter right again, even if it's just, a minute or two in between. Yeah, CBAY, I'd be so worried about just giant sellers coming in. Let's see if we can break this VWAP. BW, Heiko called it out, trending higher. I'll check it out, Chicho. Let me put some alerts around this bad boy first. CBAY could be breaking out here. BW had a nice little breakout. Solid move. Bit more volume coming into this one, still fairly light though. Fallacy testing right now. I think BW just popped up on the radar for a lot of people since we broke this key area. Big volume came in on it as well. It's been quite the strong run up so far, 60-something%. It's a good chance that it might break 256 again. I would have really liked maybe buying this one a little bit earlier on. Still looks pretty good though. CBAY at 4.3. Umka says, why do I not get on CBAY right now? Yeah, because it's breaking VWAP. I just have not had good results with VWAP breakouts in the last few days, especially on the days where stocks are trending a little bit lighter. So I don't really feel like getting aggressive on something like that. Plus CBAY has had really aggressive pullbacks and fake outs and very strong fake outs. So again, another reason I really wouldn't want to be buying that. I think BY almost looks like a better pick because it's actually trending higher, and the big volume coming in. But yeah, it's tough to say. A little bit late on this one as well. Could be a really, really good entry around 2.38 or something like that. You could either buy it on the dip or you can buy it as it starts curling back to the upside, which gives you that confirmation of a bounce. CBAY back at 4.8, 4.48. These are always tough positions to be in because you're like, okay, well, I only have one trade left today. What's the best setup, right? It's kind of an annoying position to be in. What I could do in these positions is actually just divide my position size. Unfortunately, it would be a very small position size, so not super, super interesting. This could be the pullback right here. MARK is just, that is a lot of, oh man. CBAY, like Amka said, it is getting a little bit more interesting again. Why not trade it now? And yeah, like I said, this could be a good setup right here. I actually like this breakout more than the last breakout because we've been consolidating to the upside. I'm just worried about those flash pullbacks that we've been having on CBAY. 4.5 could be chipping away. I mean, this is the lead gapper on the day with a nice catalyst. Price target upgrades as well. 5-minute breakout, 1-minute pullback. Yeah, TD Ameritrade isn't exactly the best day trading platform. That's super true, Joe. This could be a bit of a flag pattern here on CBAY. This is actually looking like somewhat of an interesting setup. Let's see if we have the breakout here. This could be a solid breakout here. 4.55, 4.6. Can we break past 4.6? Getting chipped away. Very shaky breakouts, but this one could see some follow through. BW at 2.47, 4.6, chipping it at it again. Big sellers there again. That was the third attempt, I think, just now to try to break past through it. Man, oh man. trying again here at 4.6. Looks like the sellers are getting even more aggressive. Who knows, could still break out. A lot of traders are looking for something to trade. We just haven't really had it yet today. Oof, oof, oof. CBAY. That sketchy breakout. Phew! Just came out with some news. Not sure if it's good or bad, but that pullback was really just MCA. I think that just answers your question exactly why I was not trading CBAY. It was almost guaranteed that something shady was going to happen like that. I'm not sure. So it's an article going over the PE value of the stock. Not. Well, if it's for the newly calculated PE value, I wonder if it's positive or negative, but. PE ratio of 0, yeah, well, maybe they just don't have any earnings, that's why. So I don't know, it's not like, I wouldn't say it's good or bad, it's just, it is what it is. Heiko, what are you doing over there? BW pulling back? I'm somehow surprised that the sell-off didn't continue. You know what it probably was? That article came out and whoever was long was just like, I'm going to hedge a little bit and just close my position because I don't know what that news article is. At first, I thought it was a direct public offering. I thought, oh man, this stock is just gone. It's out of here. But it wasn't. Not a bad entry though, Amka. Not bad. Not bad at all. Man, what a slow little day. MARK back at 2.4. I don't think I could trade this one. Having a 5-minute breakout and a 1-minute pullback here, this actually could be, technically this is a really nice entry right here. Maybe I'm just being too picky. What's up? Nice to have you here all the way from Australia. I've never been, but it looks beautiful. Remember, MARK has big time resistance at about $3. We have a potential double top here at 2.68. We had that 1-minute pullback, came late to the party on it though. 3% move so far from that potential entry. Both are lead gappers, MARK and CBAY. I don't really want to be trading. It's kind of a tough position to be in. I obviously want to get If I see the right opportunity, I want to get ideally one more trade in. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It doesn't really matter. But I'm not really too hot about MARK or CBAY at the moment. So I'm just kind of watching here, see what's going to happen. What's up, Electoral Trade? That's a good question. Since about, I think, sometime mid-November, late November, sometime around Thanksgiving. I remember because I was in Florida and I was doing some morning streaming. Well, CBAY is back to 4.4, MARK could be an interesting setup. I think on any other day where there was a bit more strength in the small cap world, I would probably be buying this. And at the same time, it could still be a good entry. I might buy it. I don't know. Big volume on MARK. So, this thing could be explosive from here on out. If you guys are totally new here, I'm going to come out with a recap video a bit later today about recapping my trades of the day and the biggest lesson. I do that every day after trading. So if you're interested, definitely consider checking out and subscribing. And I would love to see you in their recap video. Here we go. MARK having a bit of a reversal here. Had a nice pullback. This could be a secondary break here. Could also be another pullback. Whew, a lot of selling volume here. It's tough. Oftentimes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. It's just really, really tough on a stock that's a bit overextended. $245, a lot of buyers there, just holding that area pretty well. Really well. Boom! This could be a break of 2.5. It's looking pretty good, I gotta say. I don't want to speak negative about it. I'm just kind of talking about the reasons why I'm trying to talk myself out of this trade. Yeah, 2.33. Yeah, so it never had that really nice continuation. This could be on the backside of a move. Who knows here? That was a big rejection at 256, which is a long-term support and resistance. So I'm not sure on BW. Third big green day in a row. Even though I'm having a bit of a red day today, I'm actually super stoked because we've only had one warning from stream health quality. And remember, like 3 weeks ago, or was it 4 weeks ago? It was just a total nightmare. The streams were having some big issues. So it feels really nice to at least have some consistency in the streams. Nice to hear, Livin. Thanks, man. I hope you enjoyed. MARK had that pullback. Not a lot of selling volume though. This could be a really, really nice entry. It's tough, man. It's exactly what I'm looking for typically. Such an overextended stock in my eyes though. What's up, Kay? That's exciting. New to stocks? Check out the first link in the video description below. And if you're interested to trade small caps, we have a whole video on the $25,000 challenge, which is what we're doing here. We trade the market open every day starting at 9:15 with this stream. And then at 9:30, obviously the market opens and the trading begins. So if you want to keep watching us and join us and you want to know what this is all about, what we're looking for, definitely give that a look. The video is, you can find it on that first link under the video description. Here we go, MARK kind of curling back up here. You know, this one has some really, really nice potential, and it's holding its highs many, many times over. Still waiting for potential entry setup here, 247. This could be a really, really sweet entry. $250 getting chipped away. Big volume coming in here. Nice breakout. 251. Having that pullback we were talking about. Looking for continuation. $247. This is a classic, typical entry I would do. Buyers back in charge on this one. I don't like that the breakout was weak. If I was in on this one, you know, I don't always say it, but, you know, break out or get out, and this one didn't break out, so I would have got out. That was a failed breakout right there. This thing could drop hard right now. This could be a big old whacker coming up here. That could have been that last opportunity to get out. $245. If that chips away, this thing is gonzo. It was definitely good being a bit more cautious with this one. It would have been really annoying to have to take another, 10-cent loss per share on this one. Well, not another, because we didn't trade MARK today, but I would have got chopped out for sure. Ooh, that's early. All right, Kay. Take care, man. There's a lot of chats going on right now. PTGX, man, that was such a mover from a few days ago, Joe. CBAY back at 4.5. Kind of impressive. Where are all these viewers coming back? We just had 84 viewers. I think that's a record for this stream. That's definitely a record for this stream. I have no idea. Did someone just post my stream somewhere or something? What's going on? It's good fun. Welcome, guys. Unfortunately, today's a red day for me, so not too great, but that's just how it is sometimes. It's always the streams have hot moments when I have a red day. I think it's a bit of a trade-off I have to make. CBAY really, really making a potential flat top breakout here. Constantly higher lows. Definitely buyers coming in on this one. Could be a good rally at one point today. So I'm trading a little bit later than usual. It's 10:30. Or 10:30 I try to wrap up trading, which is easy to do because I only have 3 trades a day. So the fact that we have still 1 trade left over kind of makes that decision a little bit for me. This is the best YouTube kept secret. I'll take it. All right, well, I appreciate that you guys enjoy this because I'm over here just like, what am I doing today with those 2 ridiculous first trades I made? CBAY could be pulling back right here. If this breaks VWAP, this could be ugly. MARK not looking too hot as well. I'm getting the shivers just looking at these tickers. I wonder if I would have to change my trading style if this stream actually did do that. I don't see that being a thing because we would have to honestly be moving millions, tens, and potentially hundreds of millions of dollars. I don't see that being the case. Definitely not. I should be using Satoshi's predictions because this week has just been not my best. And they'll use you. I go for the short predictions. Still thinking about, what could happen here. I'm looking for a 5-minute setup. I'm looking for something that would give me an entry indicator. I'm looking on the scanner. Maybe there's a new stock popping up. I'm just not really seeing something that makes me super happy in terms of I want to go long. I also don't want to rush into a position just because I'm having some sort of, I need to trade FOMO. Luckily, since I'm using tiny position size, I don't really have that FOMO, but still, sometimes because I'm doing the challenge, that is like FOMO in itself. This trade right here, I should have probably took. I tried to talk myself out of it, which was to some extent a good idea, but would have been nice. MARK somehow still holding above VWAP. We had that kind of aggressive pullback. Bounced a little bit here. This could be still trending to the upside. BW not too bad. All right, let's check it out. Yeah, you guys are absolutely right. BW doesn't look too shabby at all. Might just have to keep trading here a little bit past 11 o'clock. Let's see what happens. Truth shorted CBAY. That ain't the truth. Scott says need to get back in the green. Are you talking about me or you? Or does it apply to both? Nice, Truth. That's really, really nice. And that was a good short. CBAY trying for a third time to break past the 4.5 area. This could be actually a really nice move. We've had a kind of a slow morning. Sometimes when you have slow mornings, you have pretty nice middays or afternoons. CBAY really picking up some momentum here. Wouldn't be trading this with more than 250 shares. This is kind of what we've been waiting for in a way all day with CBAY. Nice snack, Scott. CBAY is having a 5-minute breakout, 1-minute pullback. It's trending above the 15-minute EMA and VWAP. It had a really rough open, but has been consolidating higher ever since. Hot catalyst, upgraded. 64 million flow. It's a little bit on the high end. 200% gapper in the morning. Starting to move again. This could be just the beginning of a really nice move. I am a little bit weary of all the breakouts it had because every time it broke to the upside, it had big old pullbacks. So just a little bit tough. It is the first green day though, so that's quite nice. First big green day. Nice trade on BD, Heiko. Still keeping quite a close eye on CBAY. I like the fact that, you know, it's having this pullback. The volume is, the sell volume's kind of slowing down a little bit. Big buyers just came in on that one. $11 now. It's looking pretty nice here. I like the fact that it's curling here. We might actually break out right now. 2.56 is looking pretty healthy. 1 minute to make a new high right here. Quick little pullback though. Bit choppy. This could be a strong break right here. 56, 58. We have the 60 area, got to break past that. Let's see if we can buy into this breakout. Finally, some volume coming back in on this one. Looking for continuation. We did... Taking some profits on this one, this first move right here. Let's see if we can break a little bit higher. New 1 minute's about to start. Classic breakout buy on this one. Looking like it's having some issues. Big volume though on that one. 72, can we have another break on the 72? Close the rest of this trade. Could see a breakout here though. $72 trying again. I think we could be seeing it. I just don't want to get caught on a big flash crash with CBAY. Wasn't really the best trade because we had kind of a late entry. I bought the breakout and I was hoping we would get a bit stronger run breaking 72. We're still holding the area. This could break 72 right here. Only 10 cents a share. So it wasn't, there we go, 74, 75. Come on. I'm still hoping this is gonna run. Even if I'm not in it, because this is like the energy I've been just waiting for. I just want to see the energy back in the market. It's a nice feeling. So far, this whole move is only 5%. That's not a big move. A lot of times when we see a stock like this will be like 15, 20% right here. Which again makes me a little bit iffy on the day. Yeah, small trade, tiny trade, 10 cents a share with a small position size. It was more of like, it is what it was. A little late day trading. So yeah, 3 trades today, 2 red ones, 1 green one. All of them had pretty small position size, kind of got shaken out on this one. This would have been really the nice trade of the day. At least we didn't really end too red. Unfortunately, it is a red day, but we managed our risk pretty well on it, so that's fine. AB says Ross just bought in. That's super funny. AB made $9 on CBAY. $9. What do you mean by that? 9? Like a share? It's a good money turning the blue chips. Yeah, me too. My IRA lately with the blue chips and the small mid caps have been quite nice. Heike says, "May the gods be with you." That's funny. AV says, "Stay green, nice moves." Yeah, thanks guys. Small trade. This one could keep going. This could be just a little bit of a bull flag here. Just check out those, 1, 2, 3 super aggressive pullbacks here, and here. Just did not want to be part of that again. 74 breaking higher. This was kind of the move I was waiting for. I think if today I was overall green, I would have probably been like, okay, I'll risk some of my profits. But since I wasn't, I was happy to take some, reduce some of my losses a little bit and, dig myself out of my tiny hole that I created for myself, as small as it was. I appreciate all the likes, guys. I just saw that we passed 50. I think we're at 52, so I really appreciate that. Here we go, 475. I gotta say, CBAY is good fun to watch. I really like this, this break here. We were talking about it the whole time. I could have probably been a little bit more aggressive and try to buy that pullback. I was just nervous that we are gonna have a big flash pullback. That's why I was waiting for a bit more of a confirmation. And then I think I saw that as we were curling back to the upside. And at 4.6, I just basically dropped the buy hammer and went ahead and went on that entry. This was a very small win though. This was only about 10 cents a share. I don't know, what is that at this price? That's like 2% profit. It's not too bad, but it's not at all what I'm typically looking for in a trade. So I got out a little too early. Pro Day Trader says, great show. Oh God. Thanks, I appreciate that. I don't know how I feel about it being a show, but it is what it is. So it's funny. It's really funny. 1AP Pro, so disappointed. I missed the market open. Honestly, don't be too disappointed. The market open was pretty lame and pretty easy to make some big mistakes. So I think it was a good thing that the rats attacked when they did. ACER bounce. Whew. Gotta say, CBAY just keeps going up. Could be a bounce here. I actually love these areas. Look at this. 180-day moving average right below it. And what else is below it? Big multi-week support and resistance right here at 417. Beautiful. A lot of people are front running this one. We haven't hit 417 yet, but we're kind of approaching those levels. In my IRA, these are some trades I look for, these support line bounces. This is really, really good stuff here. Yeah, interesting call for sure. Yep, 100% truth, speaking the truth. That's how it is. That is how it is. So this is why I was so nervous on MARK, and it's because we've had a pretty aggressive run up from 0.25 cents. This is kind of the second big green day, maybe. I don't know. You could also argue it's the fifth big green day, right? It's a little tough if you just look at these big volume candles. So I'm pretty happy that I was cautious with it. I don't really mind that I didn't get this trade like I wanted to yesterday. Although I gotta say, we got shaken out yesterday at such an annoying time. Where is that? Here, look at this. Look at that. That is just disappointing. CBAY going for 5 for sure, for sure. That $5 hold number. Look at this thing finally starting to rip here. I would have liked holding it longer. That was kind of my original intention, but it is what it is. MK, nice, holding 100 shares. Yeah, solid stuff. Whew, I would be shaking and bacon right now. CBAY just giving heart attacks, little heart attacks to everybody. I just realized I've been drinking coffee, so there might be a bathroom break coming up here in a second. Also got to wash it down with some water. Well, that was a pretty good fun trading day. It was unfortunately red trading day, red by what, like 20 bucks or something like that, 30 bucks, 27.95. It is what it is. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be back at it with a really kind of more aggressive day. I really want to see a bit more, a clear lead gapper that has some, beautiful energy behind it. Ideally on its first green day, that's what I'm going to be looking for. So if you guys are new here, remember we go live every morning at 9:15 to review the watch list, and then we trade the market open. We're trading a little bit longer today, 11:11. I'm gonna actually be wrapping up right here. I'm out of trades for the day, and it's already past my trading time anyway. Typically 11 o'clock is kind of my hard stop in the sand, just so I don't overtrade, I don't get emotional trading, I don't stare at my screen all day, because I think, you know, trading is great, but it can also be it could take a lot of your time if you look at the screen all day. So I limit my trading to just the morning. Ooh, look at this. Oh, looking exciting. This is what we've been waiting for all days. This activity, this is freaking momentum finally coming back into CBAY. This is so good fun to watch. All right, guys. Oh, I'm gonna work on the recap video in a little bit. I gotta take a break, let my eyes kind of get a massage. I don't know, is that a thing? Eye massages, because that's what I need right now. I will see you guys in the recap video, and I'll also see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate all the likes, guys, and I will see you guys then. So stay safe, make some awesome trades, stay healthy. Don't overtrade. Till next time, guys. Ciao, ciao.